and a very warm welcome to this Well Balanced Kids yoga video. Today's session is all about rest and relaxation. It's really important that we give ourselves time to rest and relax. A lot of the time we're on the go, busy, either with our minds or with our bodies. So by doing the poses today, it's encouraging our body to relax, to be still, to be calm, and that's helping our mind to be calm too. So I would suggest doing this before bed. You can obviously do it anytime you feel like you need to relax and be calm, but it's especially good before bed because it gets you in the right frame of mind for bed, feeling relaxed and calm. So I usually suggest doing the warm-up video. I wouldn't worry too much today because the poses we're doing are much more gentle today, but it's up to you. If you wanted to go and do the warm-up video and come back, that's also good to get your body warmed up, but you don't really have to today because the poses are a bit slower. All right, so let's get going. So if you come up to standing, we're going to stand today to start off with. So start with your feet together, okay? Have your hands down by your sides for the beginning parts, just getting yourself settled, taking some nice deep breaths. And on the next inhale, you're going to lift your hands up over your head. I'm not sure you can see my hands, but I'm clasping them together. And then I'm going to breathe in, stretch up. And as I breathe out, I'm going to bend to one side, making a bit of a banana shape. Breathing in to come back up. And breathing out to stretch to the other side. Breathing in to come back up one more time. Big stretch up and breathe out to bend over. Breathing in to come back up. Breathing out to stretch to the side. Breathing in to come back to the middle. Good, and then don't take your hands all the way down. Have them stretched out beside you. And then take a big step. And we're just going to take a few breaths, stretching out here. This is like a star pose. So breathing in, you're going to stretch your chest up. And as you breathe out, relax. One more time, breathe in, stretch your chest forward. Breathe out, relax. And your arms come to the side, feet come together just underneath your hips. So we're going to do a forward fold now. So we're going to stretch up and then fold forward. So let's do that together. Breathing in, stretching up, looking up at your hands. Breathing out, you can have your knees bent here and just fold forward. Whilst you're hanging there, take hold of your elbows and just rock a little bit from side to side. Just gently rocking, letting your head hang heavy. Taking some deep breaths as we just relax here and we rock from side to side. Lovely, and then coming down to the mat, I'm going to have to turn around. It depends which way your mat's facing, but you need to be facing your mat on the lengthways here. So we're going to go into downward facing dog now. So we put our hands in front of us, lifting up our hips, stepping back and pushing into our hands into downward facing dog. I'm just getting comfortable here. Let's walk. This is called walking the dog out. So we go off one tiptoe to the other tiptoe, taking deep breaths, stretching out our legs, pushing into our hands, really stretching out here. Lovely. So one last little breath in. Downward facing dog, and then we come down onto our knees and sit back on our heels. We're going to go into child's pose now. Now for this child's pose, sometimes we can have our knees together. For this one, we're going to have our knees wide. Our feet still stay together, our knees are wide. And I'd just like you to watch for a moment because when you're in child pose, it's hard to see. So what we're going to do, so if you watch me, I'm going to go into child's pose, put my forehead to the mat, clasp my hands behind me, and then I'm going to lift them up behind me. And so now if you come down, so coming down is child's pose, and your head will be reaching for the mat, trying to keep your heels on
bottom on your heels. And now, as I showed you before, just lifting up your arms above you. Big stretch here, just relaxing the body and taking some nice deep breaths, stretching out the arms and the shoulders. Deep breaths. And then arms come down. You can put your hands on the floor and push yourself back up. Great, well done. So let's go on to our backs now. So coming forward, bringing your legs round and coming down onto your back. So once you're on your back, keep your knees bent. You're going to give your knees a nice hug and just rock them from side to side. So you're just rocking gently from side to side, giving your back a bit of a nice massage. Lovely. Now put your feet down, knees are still bent, and what I'd like you to do is push into your feet, lift up your hips and your bottom and just shift it to one side. Doesn't matter which side, and then let your knees fall down the opposite way. And then you're going to have your arms out. If, like me, you can't reach your hands straight like a T shape, you can have them bent. We call this cactus arms. You're looking a bit like a cactus. And then look the opposite way. So you've got a really nice twist going on here. So your knees are one way, your head is looking the other way, the opposite way. And just take some deep breaths here in your spinal twist, just relaxing. And then knees come up to the center, putting your bottom, your hips back in the middle, and now lifting them up and shifting them the other way. And letting your knees flop the opposite direction. And as before, let your head face the opposite way to your knees. Your arms should be out straight, but like me, if you haven't got enough room, just have them bent. That's fine. And just relaxing in the twist. Good. And bringing the knees back to center, lifting up your bottom and your hips and putting it back down in the middle. And then we're going to rock back up to sitting, so you can take hold of you just behind your knees and then rock up to sitting. Good. So come to seated position, cross-legged. And what we're going to do now is give ourselves a bit of a hug, which is really nice. So you're going to put your arms out and then you're going to bring one on top of the other and just give yourself a squeeze. Take a big deep breath in, and as you breathe out, give yourself a squeeze. Good, let's do it the other way. So arms come out and then put the other one on top now. So the other one's on top and you're just doing the same thing as before. Breathing in. As you breathe out, give yourself a squeeze. Breathing in. Breathing out, squeeze. Lovely. Good. Okay, from here what we're going to do is we're going to start reaching forward with our hands. So we're going to just, it's like you're tiptoeing really with your hands, and you're going to go as far forward as you can, tiptoeing your fingers as far forward as you can. And when you've reached as far as you can go, then just relax. You can let your head hang heavy. Nice forward fold here, just leaning over and just relaxing. Taking some deep breaths. And whilst we're here, we're now going to creep over to one side. So creep, 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 doesn't matter which way, we'll do both. So creeping over with your hands. And again, when you can't go any further, and just relax. Just fold over wherever you are. And take some deep breaths. And we better do the other side. So creeping all the way over on the tips of your fingers, all the way over the other side as far as you can go. And then relax. Let your head hang heavy. Taking the nice deep breath, just letting everything relax, and then creeping back to the middle, and then creeping back up to sitting position. Lovely. So we're going to do a seated twist now. So we did one on our lying down. Twists are really good for us. So we're going to do another twist, and this one we're going to just twist around using our knees to help us. So we breathe in, and then we bring one hand to the opposite knee, and our hand goes behind us, and we look around behind us, using the hand on our knee to sort of push us around, pull us around. And then we come back to the middle, hands go up. Let's do the other side now. So opposite hand to knee and other hand behind you, using the hand on the floor and hand on the knee to sort of pull yourself around, looking behind you. And then coming back to the middle. So we're going to do pose now. It's really good if you can find a spare bit of wall. So I've got a wall behind me here, or you can use a sofa for this. So what we're going to do, if we've got a wall, we're going to find a spot on the wall. So I'm going to use this spot here. I don't want to get my feet on the picture. So you're going to bring yourself as close to the wall as you can. So bringing yourself really close to the wall. And then you're just going to put your feet up the wall and shift your bottom as close to the wall, and then just lie down. You can have your hands out to the sides. Now the reason I said the sofa is because you can hook your feet over the sofa, so your knees are bent over the sofa and resting on the sofa. If you can't find the wall that's free, or you don't have the sofa, just put your feet in the air just for a moment or two. This is a really good pose. We're on our feet all day long, and this is just giving our feet a lovely rest. So taking some deep, calming breaths in this pose. Resting our feet. And you can stay there as long as you like, just relaxing. It feels really relaxing, this pose. It's really lovely. Taking deep breaths in and out, taking the weight off the feet. People often say that, don't they, when they're relaxing? I'm just taking the weight off my feet, and that's what we're doing now, just allowing our feet to have a real rest, and our legs to have a rest. Okay, so now we're going to come down, so bend your knees and just roll over to one side, push yourself back up. So like I said, you can hook your feet over sofa. So if I was lying down and I put myself right up against the sofa and have my feet on top of the sofa and just rest like that. Or you can just lie there with your feet up in the air for a moment. Really relaxing pose. Lovely. So we're just going to do a really nice breathing exercise now. That's just going to really help to relax us before we finish off. So we're going to place our hands on our bellies. And we're going to take a big deep breath in, and as we breathe out, we're just going to hum. And what I'd like you to do when we're at the belly is see how low you can hum. Are you ready? So taking a nice deep breath in, and then humming it out really low. See how low you can hum for. It sounds a bit like a bee, doesn't it, in your head? So let's do that with the chest. And this time, we're going to hum a little bit higher with our voices. So breathing in. Lovely. And finishing off with the head. And now you're going to see how high you can hum. So we're at the top of our bodies, and we're going to see how high we can hum with our voice. So breathing in. Lovely. So really good exercise there, and noticing how it feels in the body, whether you can feel the vibrations, especially when it's in your head. How does it feel? What can you hear? So that's a really nice calming breath to do. So we're going to finish off in Shavasana, which is the best pose of all. It's the most relaxing pose. So you're going to come down onto your backs, I'll show you, but then I'm going to sit up so I can talk you through. So all you'll do with Shavasana is lie on your back, let your feet flop open and have your hands by your sides facing up. So just staying there now, coming down into Shavasana, onto your back with your feet flopping open, hands by your side. And just feel as if your body is melting into the floor or the mat beneath you. So just relaxing every muscle in your body. And to help us relax our muscles, we're going to move around the body, tensing and releasing with our breath. Really nice way of helping the body to relax. So let's begin at the feet. So taking your attention all the way down your body to rest at your feet. So all your attention is in your feet. And as you breathe in, I'd like you to give your feet a squeeze. As you breathe out, release your feet. And then we move our attention to our legs. As you breathe in, try to squeeze all the muscles in your legs, give them a squeeze. As you breathe out, release and relax all the muscles in your legs. And now our attention moves up our spine and lands on our shoulders. So again, as you breathe in, squeeze your shoulders to your ears. Give them a real good squeeze. As you breathe out, release. And now we leave our shoulders and our attention travels down our arms to our hands. And as you breathe in, give your hands a squeeze. As you breathe out, release your hands. And so now our attention travels up our arms, across our shoulders, up our neck and lands in the face and the head. And as you breathe in, now give your face a squeeze. And then release as you breathe out. And finally, we're going to just squeeze every muscle we can in our bodies as we breathe in. Big breath in, squeeze all your muscles. Tight, tight, tight. As you breathe out, release and relax. And just taking a few nice deep belly breaths. Lying on your back. Feel as if you are floating. There is no tension in any of your muscles. You're just floating and feeling really relaxed. So now just give your knees a hug. So just turn over to one side and pull up your knees. Give them a big hug, lying on your side. You deserve a hug. You've done really well today. So give yourself a huge hug. And then pushing yourself back up to seated position. And I really hope that you're now feeling calm and relaxed. We've done some really lovely calming poses. So hopefully the body and the mind now feel really still and calm. And like I said, hopefully if you've done this before bed, you feel ready for bed and for sleep now. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed your rest and relaxation yoga. I know how I have. So we finish off with our hands into prayer position. This is called Anjali Mudra. And we take a deep breath in. And we say Namaste. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm thanking you for joining me. You'll be thanking me for leading you through this practice. And most importantly, saying thank you to yourself for giving yourself this time to do yoga, which has benefited you for your mind and your body. Well done. And hope to see you again soon. Bye.